Suvarnadurg Fort. The name of this fort translates to Golden Fort. It is said that it had a tunnel from the land fort to Suvarnadurg which is not accessible now. So we have to rely only on the local fishermen to reach the fort. Went to the Harnai port, and upon seeing me a fisherman asked, "Do you want to visit Suvarnadurg?" And I said yes. He asked me to wait for some time as they will sail the boat only if there are 12 people, and they charge 100 rupees per person, or else we will have to go alone. We'll have to pay around 1000 rupees. Though it was a weekday, I sat there in a hope that few people turn up, and by the time I had some chat with the fishermen and spent some time seeing the small children of that village taking a dip into the sea. After some time, one by one, more than 12 people assembled, so they had to sail 2 boats now. It hardly takes 10 minutes to reach Suvarnadurg. While sailing towards Suvarnadurg, you can easily see all the 3 forts, Kanakdurg, Fatehgarh and Fort Goa, in line from a distance. Upon reaching the fort, you can see how clean the sand close to the fort is. We get around 1 hour to explore the fort. It will be mostly deserted fort with the fortifications intact. You can explore this fort freely. It was built by Sultan Adil Shah for defense purpose to tackle the ships of colonialists of Europe and British. It was later captured by Shivaji Maharaj in 1660. Later it was under Kanoji Angre, who was the admiral of Maratha Navy from 1696, but it was officially given to him in 1713 by Shahu Raja. He continued his attacks on the British ships. Later in the year 1704, the Peshwas and the Kanoji Angre parted ways and continued his attack on the British ship. In the year 1713, he captured the Peshwa's general Bhairu, so they came under an agreement through which Kanoji Angre got hold of 26 forts and the villages surrounding it. As the days went by, he got control over 390 km of the coastline right from Mumbai up to Vengurla. Later it is said that he came to an agreement with the British, which the British didn't follow, so he felt humiliated and went to attack the British. For this he took the help of the Raja of Satara, and Kanoji equipped his vessels with the best Dutchmen as crew and also employed Jamaican pirates as chief gunner, and later many European pirate forces also joined him. By this his force was strengthened against the British. He continued his fight against the British, and in the year 1721 he joined hands with the Portuguese and continued the attack relentlessly until June 4th, 1729, when he breathed his last, controlling his land from the foreign invaders for 31 years. It was later that Kanoji's son Sambhaji took over Suvarnadurg till 1749, when Tolaji, who was the stepbrother of Sambhaji, became more powerful and his ships sailed unharmed. He achieved more than his father Kanoji Angre could. So in 1755, the Peshwas joined hand with the British against Tolaji and attacked Suvarnadurg and took control of it. Though it was given to the Peshwas, it was seen as a humiliating surrender of the Peshwas against the British. Later, British took control of the Bankot fort, giving the control of Suvarnadurg to Peshwas. In 1802, Peshwas came under attack by the Holkars and they had to flee to the Vasai, and in the year 1818, the British fought back and took control of the Suvarnadurg.